Hey guys, I'm gonna start planning my next trip to SeaWorld San Diego, a park that I definitely don't go to almost twice a month, and used to once every single week. Let's go to their website here, and let's see what rides are open. I sure hope Tidal Twister is open. I've been wanting to get back on that thing for a while. Where's Tidal Twister? Where's Tidal Twister? What?! Yep, so Tidal Twister's gone, and so is the aquarium next to it. So today we're going to be looking over a few possibilities on what could go in its spot. I'm very aware that I've already done now 3 episodes based off of just figuring out what's coming next to a park, but listen, these videos are just fun to make, and it seems like y'all enjoy them as well. So what can I do? Not make the videos? Tidal Twister, it was a ride. Was it a good one? No. Was it a bad one? To some, yes, but to me, not really. It existed, and then it went. It was there, and then it wasn't there. It's basically it. SeaWorld made a very big gamble buying this thing, buying it from a manufacturer who famously made Harley Quinn Crazy Coaster at Six Flags Discovery Kingdom, which literally about 3 years later would be demolished because of how unreliable the thing was. And when they bought Tidal Twister, it already was showing signs that Harley Quinn Crazy Coaster was a bad coaster. So, like, SeaWorld was really rolling the dice with this one, and, well, I think we all can see how this turned out. Hey guys, I found this salt lying around. I have heard from many sources that it's horrible if you put it in your eyes, but I've also heard from one source that supposedly it can be good for you. And, I don't know, I have nothing better to do at the moment. Yeah, SeaWorld getting Tidal Twister was a bit of a weird decision on many people's fronts. I mean, like, Harley Quinn Crazy Coaster at Six Flags Discovery Kingdom turned out horribly and was already gone by about 2 years later from when it opened. So, obviously, SeaWorld was being very risky with this addition here with Tidal Twister. And what did we get out of it? What essentially happened with Tidal Twister is we got rumors that SeaWorld was getting a one-of-a-kind ride from Skyline Attractions, who, the year previous, made Harley Quinn Crazy Coaster, which I've already expressed was absolutely horrible. And everyone was sort of mixed about this decision. Hopefully Skyline would actually learn from Harley Quinn Crazy Coaster's mistakes, but because of the fact that they already had developed this model by the time Harley Quinn had already opened, and the fact that SeaWorld was buying a prototype straight from them, there wasn't too much hope about this. So, Tidal Twister opened on May 24th of 2019, where it then subsequently had a bunch of technical difficulties throughout its operating history in 2019, causing it to close for various periods, which lasted up to months, and then the big whoopsie-daisies happened. To be honest, I have heard worse things to happen before a major global event. And guys, you wouldn't believe this, but Tidal Twister, after the parks actually reopened, was still closed. I bought this box of Cheez-Its about 2 years ago, and it turned out to be a box full of snakes. I don't know what to do, guys. I think I'll just try and buy another box of Cheez-Its and fill it with more Cheez-Its. Because, to be honest, I don't know how to get the snakes out. And Tidal Twister only reopened in, you wouldn't believe this, March of 2022, the same week Emperor would open, for them to then subsequently close it again, only for it to then reopen again. But then, thankfully, in around summer of 2022, Tidal Twister had a slight hope of staying open, where it had one of the longest periods it's ever had being consistently open it had ever had up to that point. And then it closed for about a month and then reopened. And
we were over here thinking that maybe SeaWorld had finally fixed Tidal Twister. It managed to stay open for almost a year. But then, in July of 2023, SeaWorld came to us with some sad-ish news.
Actually, guys, I have a better idea. I think I'm just gonna throw this cheese box away. I mean, like, it's really not doing anything, and I can't even eat it anymore, so...
Tidal Twister was apparently going to be permanently closing and would be subsequently removed. This decision by the park, in my opinion, is very understandable. Tidal Twister was being very unreliable, and apparently, the ride had just tore itself apart. They had continued to try and fix it, and I guess it was working, but the ride just went, nope, I'm not doing this, and just killed itself. So now, we've got what looks to be a very rushed removal of a ride, and an empty plot of land that includes the aquarium next to it. So, let's see what we can do with this plot of land.
So here's my thought process with this one. Essentially, what I want to do is find either a roller coaster or flat ride that can fit in this compact space with a comfortably fit queue line and a few other things. Now, I would like to say the city of San Diego has removed the height limit on the area SeaWorld San Diego is in, meaning they can now build as high as they want. Or higher. I don't know how high they raised it or if they just removed it, but essentially, yeah, they can build pretty damn high now. So, this means that, essentially, SeaWorld can do whatever they want in this plot, no matter the height. So, we can put something cool here. And what that something cool might be...
Well, I have two main ideas. An S&S Scream and Swing, or an RMC Raptor. So, let's look at the plausibility of both. Now, of course, I say RMC Raptor, but I measured it, and God no, an RMC Raptor is not fitting in this spot. So what about an S&S Scream and Swing? Well, an S&S Scream and Swing is more possible. Essentially, what we would do for the Scream and Swing is we would have the Scream and Swing basically take up most of the old aquarium plot, and Tidal Twister would essentially be off to the side, with it mainly being served as queue space, where Tidal Twister's old plot was. The queue would essentially follow Serengeti Flyer, which is what I used as the basis for this, because that's the new Scream and Swing in the SeaWorld chain, and essentially, the queue would stretch out from both sides, go into a prep building where you would be prepped for the ride, because you kind of need to be sorted. The exit would go over to where the old aquarium's entrance/exit was. The switchbacks would mainly take up Tidal Twister's old plot, as well as the queue line mainly going along the edge of the touch pools. This would lead to a comfortably fitted queue, and with some trees and stuff, I bet this could look rather nice. While it isn't necessarily the best kind of thing that I would have liked this park to get, in my opinion, this park really needs that good standout ride, which it really does not have. But if this is where SeaWorld wants to put their next thing, then I feel like an S&S Scream and Swing would at least give this park another flat ride, of which they have no flat rides that are anywhere close to thrilling. So this would at least give this park something good in its lineup. However, let's just say I have a few ideas on how to give this park a true standout coaster. So stay tuned for those ideas.
But anyway, there's what I think could go in the Tidal Twister plot of land. I hope you all like this new setup, and like me being back in the good old chair that Ray the Coaster Critic has been in since the beginning. And yeah, hopefully Season 6 will go rather well until that special thing happens in May when Season 6 ends. So, without further ado, I was Ray the Coaster Critic, you're the viewer, and I'll see you in the future. Goodbye.